in another video, man. Yeah, hell yeah. Chelsea Green got it done once again. I mean, she got it done once again. Definitely all for it. So I'm gonna wait for somebody to hop on here and I'll go ahead and start. What's going on, Anthony? What's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Since you're here, hit the like button for me. I'll go ahead and start since you're here. You one of my loyal subscribers. Yeah. Well, if I'm being honest, bro, don't get me wrong. Um. I did want Tiffany Stratton to be the one to dethrone Gullia for the Women's United States title, but I first wanted them to turn Tiffany Stratton heel. Then she come after Gullia, and be the person to dethrone her for the Women's World title. But being that Chelsea Green is one of my favorites, I definitely didn't mind Chelsea Green winning the U.S. title again tonight. I definitely didn't mind that at all. I definitely don't mind Chelsea Green being a two-way Women's United States champion because Chelsea Green is one of my favorites. Chelsea Green is one of my favorites, so I definitely didn't mind her winning back the Women's U.S. title tonight. Definitely happy for her. I'm definitely happy. What's going on, Devon Daily? Welcome to the chat, my guy. So, like I said, I know I said that I wanted Tiffany Stratton to turn heel and she'd be the person to dethrone Gullia for the U.S. Women's title. But Chelsea Green is one of my favorites too. So I definitely didn't mind her winning back the Women's U.S. Championship and becoming a two-time Women's U.S. champion. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Very happy for Chelsea Green. She got it done once again. Although she won in a dirty fashion, but hey man, by any means necessary in my book. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So yeah, very happy for Chelsea Green getting it done. So yeah, what do I think about B Fab versus Jade Cargill? Um, yeah, I'm definitely all for that. I'm all for that. Can't wait for that to happen. But we all know Jade Cargill is going to retain. We know that for sure. We know that for a fact. But it's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good. Yeah, it's gonna be a good match because B Fab is going to carry Jade Cargill through the match, of course. But like I said, we already know B Fab ain't winning that title from Jade. This is Jade Cargill's very first title defense. So we all know B Fab ain't winning it. But I'm not the biggest fan of Jade Cargill, but due to her title run, I'm gonna give her a chance. I'm gonna give her a chance. Her title run could be good. I don't know, but nor do I really care if I'm being honest. 'Cause I'm not a fan of Jade Cargill. I don't care for Jade Cargill at all. But I know she's gonna be champion for a long time, so I'm already prepared. But yeah, Jade Cargill is gonna win. She's gonna go over. She's going to go over regardless. I'm pretty sure of it. She's going to go over for sure. But yeah. But some I just don't see B Fab pinning Jade Cargill in a non-title match. If I was a general manager, how would I run WWE? Everyone would be booked solid. None of this shit that Triple H doing wouldn't be going on. I can go way back to WrestleMania 41. Liv Morgan would have never lost that title, first of all. Liv Morgan would have never lost that title. She would have never lost that title. I can assure you that. We would have got Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan at WrestleMania 41, and Alexa Bliss would have been the one to walk out the champion. She would have walked out the champion. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel. It would be a lot of wrestlers that was held back by Vince McMahon and Triple H that I would have booked to become stars. Telling you, if I could run WWE, WWE would have skyrocketed in ratings. Because I would have made some right calls. I wouldn't show favor. Okay, we got 27 people in the building. That's what's up. For all the 27 people watching my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on my notifications where you won't miss none of my videos. So yes, man. So yeah. So yeah, because wrestling has went completely downhill if I'm being honest. Triple H has made a lot of fucked up calls. Like Cody Rhodes wouldn't have got a second shot at Roman Reigns for the world title. Not to say I wouldn't have booked him to at least finish the story at the end, but he wouldn't have finished it at WrestleMania 40. I can tell you that right now. We would have got The Rock versus Roman Reigns instead. And The Rock would have been walking out the world champion. And what I would have done, booked Roman Reigns to snap after the match, and like I said, viciously attack The Rock. He just beat the hell out of The Rock, where The Rock is unconscious. He can no longer defend himself. And that's when the referees and security guards come out there and try to stop Roman Reigns. And he just beating the hell out of the security guards and referees left and right. So that's when he's like an untamed animal. He's an untamed animal. And the referees come out, the cops come out there, mace him, and he taking it like a boss, man. And they eventually get him down and get him out the arena. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would have booked. So that's how that match would have ended. And The Rock would have relinquished the title on SmackDown that Friday night. And then I would have booked the tournament. I would have booked the tournament. And I would have booked Cody Rhodes to win the tournament, and then he finished the story. That's how I would have booked it. Rhea Ripley getting all these title opportunities, and Charlotte Flair. No, none of this would have been going down if I was in charge of like a book. Ronda Rousey being the way she is, I probably would have been kicked her out of WWE. Nia Jax, I would have been let her go. I would have been let Nia Jax go because Nia Jax has hurt a lot of people. But Natalya right now would be a Grand Slam champion as I speak. I would have booked Natalya to become a Grand Slam champion. It's just a shame that Natalya is not a Grand Slam champion. But people talk about they want Vince McMahon to return. But look how he did Natalya. Yes, Natalya eventually captured the SmackDown World Championship, but how in the hell did Natalya never capture the Raw Women's Championship? How did that never happen? Come on now. So yeah, man, they fucked her. Natalya is just amazing. It's just Vince did her dirty. Yeah, she won her first piece of championship tag team gold, but she never captured the Raw Women's Championship. If I could book Natalya would be a top star. Natalya would already be a Grand Slam champion. She would have nothing else left to prove now. She still wants to stick around and wrestle and put talent over, but also still win matches in the process. I won't mind that at all. And Natalya would have won her first mid-card women's championship. Natalya would be a mega star if it was up to me. She definitely would have been one of my top female wrestlers in the women's division. And I would have had booked her to elevate other new talent. Somebody tried to say Natalya is holding back the new younger female talent. How? I'm like, man, get the fuck off my post. Start with the stupid shit. How the fuck do you sound? But anyway, man, back to Chelsea Green, man. You know, I'm very happy. So how y'all feel about Chelsea Green becoming the United States champion? Let's hear it. I know I'm happy about it. She one of my favorites. How y'all feel about it? Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Hey, if you're new to my channel, subscribe. But anyway, yes, I agree. Triple H has a massive ego. It's just a shame, you know, how he booked some female wrestlers. Just like he booked, you know, he booked Rhea Ripley to be in a WrestleMania match that she wasn't even a part of. Name wasn't even on the contract. See, he pulled a Vince McMahon move. See, Vince McMahon did that same shit with Charlotte Flair a long time ago at WrestleMania 35. Vince McMahon did that same shit with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 35. Becky Lynch eliminated Charlotte Flair on one good leg. I mean, rightfully earned that title opportunity, rightfully earned that Royal Rumble moment. I know, rightfully earned that WrestleMania moment. And you mean to tell me Charlotte Flair still get added to the match? So Triple H is not different from Vince. He's not that much different from Vince. Because the same way Vince McMahon used to book Charlotte, that's exactly how Triple H books Rhea Ripley. Now, although Rhea Ripley is out with a terrible injury, I'm not happy she's out. I don't wish bad injury on nobody. But Triple H shows a lot of favoritism with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is Triple H's golden girl. I ain't hating on Rhea, my guy. I'm just telling the truth, man. If you're a Rhea Ripley fan, to each his own. Never said nothing about it being a terrible wrestler or nothing like that. She's just privileged. And Triple H booked her to be privileged. That's his golden girl. I'm just being real, bro. If you a fan of Rhea, hey, that's cool. Ain't got a problem with that. Don't anybody got to like the same wrestlers that I like. But when I do my videos, man, I speak my mind. I say what I feel. But if you're a real fan of Rhea Ripley, bro, cool. Ain't got a problem with that. Ain't got an issue about that. Like who you like, bro. It's all good. But I tell you one thing. Rhea shouldn't have been in that match against Bianca versus Io Sky. And a lot of people was pissed off about Bianca Belair's streak getting in that WrestleMania. That's understandable. But I'm not the biggest fan of Bianca Belair, so I didn't care. Hell, I wanted Io Sky to retain the title anyway because Io Sky is one of my favorites. And my thing is this. That would have hurt Io Sky because they sat there and put the title on Io Sky. They booked Io Sky to the throne, Rhea Ripley for the women's world title. Bianca's get added to the match. So my thing is, why give Io Sky that short title run at WrestleMania just for her to lose it again? It didn't make sense. The script didn't make. This whole script was fucked up. The whole script was fucked up. Rhea Ripley shouldn't have been in the fucking match. They booked Io Sky to win the title out of nowhere. Then Bianca is in this match. I know a lot of fans was pissed off about her eating a pinfall at WrestleMania and getting her streak broken. I understand, but I'm not a big fan of Bianca, so I didn't care. I just wanted Io Sky to win regardless. I wanted Io Sky to retain regardless. Fuck what the other Bianca fans had to say, because I'm not a fan of Bianca. So that doesn't concern me of how they feel. I'm a fan of Io Sky. Io Sky is one of my favorites, so of course I had to go with Io Sky to win. And I don't care for Rhea Ripley no more. So I definitely went with Io Sky to retain. Fuck how everybody else felt. But so yeah, man. So how y'all feel about Chelsea Green winning the U.S. title? How y'all feel? Let me know in the comment sections. Whether you agree or disagree, bro. I know I'm happy about it. So yeah, talk to me. How y'all feel about Chelsea winning the title? Well, I'm waiting for the comments. So I'll go ahead and talk about Chelsea Green. Well, here's the thing about Chelsea Green. I've been a fan of Chelsea Green for a long time. Chelsea Green became one of my favorite female wrestlers way when she was in TNA. Yeah, Chelsea Green became one of my favorite female wrestlers when she was in TNA a couple of years ago. Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo became the TNA Women's Tag Team Champions. So Chelsea Green became one of my new favorites then. So I've been a fan of Chelsea Green for a long time. I've been a fan of Chelsea for a long time, and she gets hated on. She gets hated on a little bit. Some fans be saying she can't wrestle. She's terrible in the ring. Bullshit. Bullshit. Chelsea Green can wrestle. I don't care what these fans say, man. Chelsea Green she can wrestle. You know, she has that Canadian blood, and a lot of Canadians can wrestle. A lot of Canadians can wrestle. And she's a fan of Christian. I could tell she's a massive fan of Christian because she does his finisher in the mood den Predator. She does his finisher. So that tells me that Chelsea Green is a massive fan of Christian whatnot. So yeah. But Chelsea Green, I'm happy she got it done tonight. I know everybody, Giulia title run was trash. It was awful. But here's the thing: how these fans are hypocrites. They talked all that shit about Tiffany Stratton title run being trash. She needs to lose the title. Lose the title. Somebody else needs to win it. But when I say the same exact thing about Giulia's title run being awful, and it was awful. Tiffany Stratton title run was way better than Giulia's. They'll try to shut me up. By saying, what I'm saying, Giulia can't help the way her title run was booked. Okay, well, neither could Tiffany Stratton. But Tiffany Stratton, but the difference is Tiffany Stratton title run wasn't as bad as y'all try to make it seem. Y'all just didn't want her as champion. And I'm not talking about nobody in this video. I'm talking about the toxic fans that hated on Tiffany Stratton, saying she can't wrestle and all that kind of shit. They shitted on Tiffany Stratton so bad about, what I'm saying, her title run being awful and all that kind of shit. But when I say that same thing about Giulia, they try to, what I'm saying, shut me up by saying that, what I'm saying, Giulia can't help the way her title run has been booked. Okay, well, neither could Tiffany Stratton. But the only difference is Tiffany Stratton title run wasn't as bad as y'all tried to make it look. She defended her title way more than Giulia did. When was the last damn time Giulia even defended her U.S. Women's Championship title? When was the last time she ever defended? When was the last time she ever defended it? What, way in August or September? Come on now. But y'all want to shit on Tiffany Stratton title run, saying her title run was awful, when Giulia's title run was 10 times worse. But when I call that out, y'all, know what I'm saying, want to try to shut me up and say that Giulia can't help the way she's booked. Well, I'm not going to shut up. I'm gonna keep calling out the yellow. I don't give a fuck how mad anybody gets. And I know a lot of people is pissed off about Gullia losing, Chelsea Green winning it back. But guess what? Y'all about to be even more mad. Y'all about to be even more mad because I guarantee you Maxine Dupree is gonna be the next to dethrone Becky for the women's IC title. The same way I know a lot of people is pissed off about Chelsea Green winning back the US title from Gullia. Y'all about to be even more mad because Maxine Dupree is next to dethrone Becky for the women's IC title. Mark my words. Mark my words when they face off again. Maxine Dupree is winning. Whether if AJ Lee surprises us and gets involved in the match and Maxine Dupree wins that way, or I more so see Maxine Dupree winning clean against Becky. Me personally, yes, I more so see Maxine Dupree winning clean against Becky. Yes, I more so see Maxine Dupree winning clean against Becky. And I say she's going to do, or AJ Lee could possibly return out of nowhere, could do a surprising return and cause Becky Lynch to Maxine Dupree upsets Becky, and she wins the women's IC title from Becky and make history. I could see it happening that way too. I know you don't improve of real. The company needs another China, but she can't be worse than Nikki. What your thoughts on Nikki? She's joining. I mean, yeah, I mean, you might as well say Jade Cargill is China. Well, Jade Cargill is the black China. Yeah, Jade Cargill is the black China of WWE. But I mean, I guess I couldn't disagree with your point. That's kind of you got a point. But what is my thoughts on Nikki? Listen here, man. I used to be a massive fan of the Bella Twins back in '08 when the Bella Twins first debuted with, you know what I'm saying, Carlito and Primo. Yeah, when the Bella Twins debuted with, when the Bella Twins debuted in '08 with Carlito and Primo, I became a massive fan of the Bella Twins. I was a massive fan of the Bella Twins. They used to be the Bella Twins used to be one of my favorites. So yeah, I used to be a massive fan of the Bella Twins, you know what I'm saying, over a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? They used to be one of my favorites. But by 2012, 2013, they got stale. I couldn't get behind them no more. So I don't care for Nikki Bella like that no more. Nikki Bella, she's okay, but I don't gotta dislike for Nikki Bella. She's okay, but I'm not big on her like I used to be a long time ago. I'm not big on her like I used to be over a decade ago. But yeah, I mean, I don't got to dislike for Nikki Bella. Know what I'm saying? Like I said, she's okay. Nikki Bella's okay, but I stopped being a fan of hers way over a decade ago. What's going on, my guy? What's up? If you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel. I'm glad Chelsea Green, 2 times U.S. champ. She's got everything to be a star. Meanwhile, Gullia run was garbage. It was garbage. And watch them start hating on Chelsea Green, bro. Watch them start hating on Chelsea Green's title run. I can assure you that. Oh yeah, man. Eddie Guerrero's one of my favorites. I watch his matches all the time on YouTube. Hell, I got the Eddie Guerrero action figure. Let me show it to you. Yeah, where Eddie at? There you go. Eddie Guerrero. Yeah. Yeah, man. Eddie Guerrero, one of my favorites. What are your thoughts on LA Knight and should be he deserved a title run? Yeah, yeah. A lot of people wanted LA Knight to win the title. Whatnot. LA Knight is one of my favorites. All honesty, bro, all of my favorite male wrestlers are legends. I don't have no new current favorite male wrestlers. Well, I got some new male wrestlers that I like, but they just don't do it for me as being my favorites. You know what I'm saying? I prefer the legends as my favorites. So yeah, I prefer all the legends as my favorite male wrestlers. Like I said, I got some new male wrestlers that I like, but they just don't do it for me as being my favorites. I prefer the legends as my favorite male wrestlers. But yeah. So LA Knight, yeah, I can agree with people saying that he should have became champion. Yeah, I could agree with that. A lot of people was upset about him not winning it, and they upset about Jay Uso getting title opportunities. I got to be honest about Jay Uso. Jay Uso has gotten sloppy. I don't know. Jay Uso has gotten sloppy. I don't know if it's his interest, man. When he be telling them to run the interest back, and he be going out there. I believe that's what take his energy away. Cause Jay Uso, he done got where he wrestles like he don't want to be there. It's like he wrestles like he don't want to be. It's like he just want to go out there and show off his interest. Then after that, he just don't want to. He's like he wrestles like he don't want to be there. Notice he he pissed CM Punk off when he botched CM Punk neck breaker. How the hell you roll over on the net breaker? So I was like, Jay, come on now. And my cousin, he's a massive fan of Jay Uso, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I will be honest, Jay Uso has gotten sloppy. Jay Uso didn't used to be that sloppy. When he was with Roman Reigns, he didn't he you know what I'm saying? He was a perfect size. You know he done gained weight too. You know, so oh yeah, I be playing with Rey Mysterio on games too. He one of the ones I play with up there, but games like the games like SmackDown versus SmackDown. I like WWE 2K19 if I'm being honest, because I like how the controller configuration was and stuff up there. On that game, I played with Sting, Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero, a downloaded Chris Benoit, and of course I played with Rey Mysterio. Yeah, I remember the Boogeyman. I remember. Hey, bro, if you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, the Boogeyman was quite a character. He was quite a character. I remember he ate that mole off that girl's face. He put that mole on her face and ate it off. I said, ugh. Honestly, man, well, if you talking about Nia Jax, it's more of a favoritism thing. Cause like I said, Nia Jax should have been fired if I'm being honest, cause she's hurting too many people. And speaking of Nia Jax, she got a victory off of Lash Legend. I'm not gonna lie, man. Lash Legend pissed me off the way she attacked Alexa Bliss. That pissed me off. So now I guess I guess the Lash Legend is officially on the main roster now. She's no longer on NXT. So I guess Lash Legend tonight she debuted on the main roster. She debuted on SmackDown. So Lash Legend is officially on the main roster now. And they started her out with team with Nia Jax. So her and Nia Jax are gonna be a tag team. Two big bullies. Two bullies. But yeah, I was pissed off, I was pissed off last night attacked Alexa Bliss. And then I'm a fan of Oscar and all, but Oscar pissed me off when she spit that miss in Alexa Bliss eyes. And Oscar's one of my favorites, but I like Alexa Bliss better. Alexa Bliss is my top favorite female wrestler. I don't go against Alexa Bliss for nobody. So yeah, Oscar pissed me off when she spit that miss in Alexa Bliss eye. She got Charlotte too, but I don't care for Charlotte Flair. Hornswoggle was dope too, a 2000 baby. So I watched early 2000s WWE. Man, I was watching wrestling way before your time, my guy. I've been watching wrestling since '91. See, I grew up in the '90s. I started watching wrestling in '91. I was about 4 or 5 years old when I started watching wrestling. So that was during the golden era. So I've been watching wrestling fan. I've been watching wrestling for over 3 decades. Yeah, in the early '90s, it was WWF. When 2002 hit, they switched it to WWE. Yeah, in 2002 they switched it to WWE, but during the '90s and early 2000s, it was called WWF. It was WWF. I love that logo sign from WWF in the early '90s. I love that WWF logo sign in the early '90s. So yeah, I'm an old school guy, man. But so yeah, so yeah, man. So Jay Uso has gotten sloppy. He's gotten sloppy. Jay Uso brother Jimmy Uso wrestles better than him. Jay Uso has gotten sloppy. His ring ability has gotten sloppy. He needs to pick it up. For you to piss CM Punk off, bro. For you to know for for you to piss CM Punk off, that is saying something right there. That is saying something. That is definitely saying something. Got to pick it up, Jay. Got to pick it up, Jay. Definitely got to pick it up, Jay. So yeah, man, Jay Cargill came out there tonight and just did, made one solid promo saying whoever challenger for that title, she gonna do, they can get the same treatment what she did to Tiffany Stratton. And I'm like, Jay, Tiffany Stratton wasn't even at 100%, but Tiffany Stratton still chose to wrestle Jay, so I can't say but so much. I can't, know what I'm saying, say but so much because Tiffany still chose to wrestle Jade, which is to me was very, know what I'm saying, stupid. Kept trying to get in that top rope with that injured leg, and she got up there, but that's the only offense she got off on Jade, a couple of punches or whatever, whatnot. But majority of the match, Jade Cargill dominated her, and she eventually she squashed her. But all that to aside, I pretty much knew Jade was gonna win this time because she was a heel, and I pretty much figured it out that that was the plan all along that they was gonna go with to turn Jade Cargill heel to put the title on her. Oh man, hey bro, Trish Stratus is one of my top favorite female wrestlers. In fact, Trish Stratus is my first ever favorite female wrestler of the Attitude Era. But yes, man, Trish Stratus and Lita, they had the best chemistry. Yes, they had the best rivalry and the best chemistry. They do for sure. Two of the best wrestlers of the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era. Yes. And Lita won't never my favorites, but I did like Lita, but I like Trish Stratus way better. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go against Trish Stratus for nobody in the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era. So yeah, Trish Stratus is one of my top favorite female wrestlers. So I didn't go against Trish Stratus for nobody during the Attitude Era or Ruthless Aggression Era until Alexa Bliss came along. So when Alexa Bliss came along, you know what I'm saying? I like her better than Trish Stratus. So Alexa Bliss and Trish Stratus are two of my favorites, but I like Alexa Bliss better. I don't go against Alexa Bliss for nobody. Not even Trish Stratus. I mean, I would pick Alexa Bliss over Trish Stratus. Chris Benoit is one of my favorites. Chris Benoit is one of my favorites. Although people talk shit and want to try to shame me for being a fan of Chris Benoit because they say what he did outside of the ring. So the hell what? What is that? What does that got to do with his ring talent? So I don't care what they say. I would have to block them because they won't know how to shut the hell up. But they can say what they want to say. Chris Benoit is gonna always be one of my favorites. I like Rick Rude too. Rick Rude one of my favorites, but I did like Rick Rude. Okay, all right, Devon Daly. Yeah. I would have to put Trish Stratus probably in my top 4. Because Natalia's my top 3. And I like Natalia better than Trish Stratus. So I would have to put Trish Stratus in my I would rank Trish Stratus in my top 4. Don't you think we should bring back the cruiserweights in light? Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad call. I wouldn't mind them bringing back the cruiserweight and light heavyweight championships. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Why not? That would give the other wrestlers something to do that people saying getting the hell back. Yeah, why not? Almost 20 years and Rey Mysterio shouldn't be wrestling. Man, Rey Mysterio can wrestle whoever he wants. Rey Mysterio is one of my favorites. Rey Mysterio, what you fail to realize is Rey Mysterio is not the biggest little man for nothing. Rey Mysterio is not the biggest little man for nothing. We talking about the same guy that beat Kevin Nash. We talking about the same guy that, you know what I'm saying, beat Kevin Nash clean. No one didn't think he was ever going to beat Kevin Nash. You know, Kevin Nash was a top guy in WC. One of the top guys. And Rey Mysterio beat him clean. Nobody didn't see that shit coming. Nobody. And Rey Mysterio is one of my favorites. He's been one of my favorites since WCW. Yeah, Rey Mysterio been one of my favorites. Rey Mysterio been one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Ever since his WCW days. What's going on, my guy? If you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Damian Costello. What's going on, Damian Costello? If you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel, bro. So yeah, man. So Rey Mysterio could even hang with the Big Show. Now the Great Khali, they booked him to get squashed. Oh, that pissed me off. And what Great Khali did to Rey Mysterio. He put that vice grip on. Nobody could barely escape that vice grip. I mean, Batista couldn't even break that vice grip. That vice grip was something terrible. The Great Khali put that vice grip on Batista. Batista couldn't break that shit. He couldn't break it. He had Batista shaking on the damn ground. Great Khali was booked solid for a second. Great Khali was booked like a monster for a little while. Oh, you like Carlito? That's what's up. Carlito, I mean, I won't big on Carlito like that, but I never really cared for Carlito like that. But I will say Carlito had a great run in WWE during the Ruthless Aggression era. He had a good run. All that's not cool. And eating the apple and spit the apple on, yeah, he had a good run. Remember when he feuded with John Cena? That was a pretty solid feud. And he had a great match with RVD. But I never cared for Carlito. Yeah, Carlito was underrated. I give him that, but I never was big on him like a lot of people was. I was never a fan of Carlito, but hey, the dude had a pretty good run in WWE. I would say that much. And he was funny for the most part. I'll give him that too. Yeah, but it don't matter. Rey Mysterio beat Kevin Nash regardless. When Rey Mysterio was unmasked, he beat Kevin Nash. Yeah, he made him take off his mask and but the second they wrestled, Rey Mysterio beat Kevin Nash. So either way, I was right. I remember that match just like it was yesterday, my guy. That's the first that's the first biggest person that Rey Mysterio beat, and we all know Kevin Nash is close to 7 feet tall. He's close to 7 feet tall, and he weighed over 300 pounds. He weighed over the 300 pound mark, and Rey Mysterio pinned him. No one thought he was going to do that. I'm about to put Rey Mysterio over big time. Rey Mysterio may have not won 100 titles, but Rey Mysterio has been wrestling for 30 years in ECW. Bro, Rey Mysterio don't need to win 100 titles, man. This dude is Rey Mysterio was a mega star back then, bro. Rey Mysterio is one of my all time favorites. Love Rey Mysterio. It didn't matter how big his opponents were, he would win. He lost some, but for the most part, he won a lot of them. He almost beat The Undertaker. Remember Umaga versus Bobby Lashley? Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember that match. Yeah, man. I remember when Bobby Lashley. I remember when Bobby Lashley, when Umaga was outside of the cage, man, Bobby Lashley ran towards that damn cage door and jumped on the cage door and broke the cage door, and the cage door fell on Umaga. Yeah, Bobby Lashley, a beast, man. He still is. He still is. Bobby Lashley has not lost a beat. That man ain't lost a beat. He's still a beast now. He still wrestled just like he did 20 something years ago. But he debuted in 2005, so he still wrestled like he did 20 years ago. He wrestled like he did 20 years ago. He is still he is still a beast. He's still he's still a beast. But it's not 10 times worse to lose a mask than a belt. I mean, it's not, but like I said, either way, Rey Mysterio beat Kevin Nash. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, man. But let's get back to Chelsea Green, man. So I'm happy for Chelsea Green title run. So now, like I said, Chelsea Green got it done. Hopefully she keeps that title for a long time, and they need to book Chelsea Green to defend that title. Don't book her holding that title hostage like Gulia. That's gonna piss me off. Cause look, listen. Don't put that title on Chelsea Green and she's just holding it just to be holding it. The title is made to defend. Now, being that she's a heel, of course she's gonna retain the title in a dirty fashion. I can expect that. And I don't care. I don't care if she cheat to win. I don't care if my favorites cheat to win. Hey, even if you cheat to win, a win is a win. I can care less. As long as they get it done and retain that title by any means necessary, or win a title match by any means necessary. That's all that counts to me. Yeah. So yes, I don't mind a dirty win. A win is a win. But so I'm glad Chelsea took that title off Gulia. Because Gulia title run was boring. But I hope they don't book Chelsea Green title run to be the same as that way. And Chelsea Green title run the first time wasn't boring. It wasn't boring the first time when she had it. But now that she's a heel, they need to book her to defend it a lot more. They can book her in some interesting matches to defend that title. and she has oh, I forgot his name. I forgot. Y'all help me out. Was it what's his name? That's the I forgot his name. He's in Chelsea Green's corner now. He wrestles in NXT. I forgot his name. It start with an E. Yeah, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. Like I said, I said this in the beginning of the video. Ethan Page, right? Ethan Page. Thanks, Devon Daly. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, I did want Tiffany Stratton to be the one to dethrone Gulia for the women's U.S. title. But being that Chelsea Green is one of my favorites, just like Tiffany Stratton, I didn't mind Chelsea Green winning back the women's U.S. title. So I'm all for her being a 2X women's U.S. champion. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah, he just told me that. He just told me that. But yeah, she has Ethan Page in her corner. So now that she's the U.S. champion again, they need to book Chelsea Green title run to be a lot more interesting than what it is. They can book her in some all types of like matches besides regular matches. They can book her in a no holds barred match. Chelsea Green, she does pretty well in no holds barred matches. She does pretty well because she wrestled matches. She wrestled no holds barred matches against Michin, and they were pretty good. They were pretty solid in my book. Don't know how y'all feel about that, but they were pretty solid in my book. They can book her in a cage match to retain the U.S. Women's Championship. You know what I'm saying? Hell, they can book that in the second title defense when Gulia gets a rematch against Chelsea Green. They could book it in the cage match if they want. So just book it another regular match. You know, when she go up against people like Nia Jax, uh Lashley, she's definitely gonna have to play dirty. Or they can book it a no holds barred match of Chelsea Green against Lash Legend. He might. Ethan Page might join the main, but then again, I don't know because he's the North American champ, so they're not going to put him up there just yet. Rey Mysterio is the only wrestler to never ever. No, he never was a heel, but like I said, Rey Mysterio one of my favorites. Hey, I got Rey Mysterio action figure too. Let me show him to you, man. Right here. I know he in here. Hold on. Here you go. Yeah, this is the WCW Rey Mysterio right here. Yeah, that's the WCW Rey Mysterio. Yeah. Yeah, I love toys, man. I still got a big place in my heart for toys. So I still buy them. Now, I don't too old to be playing with. I'm 37 years old. You know, I ain't got to be playing with no damn toys. But being that I still got a big place in my heart for toys, I still collect them. And I still open them up just because. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I buy toys and I collect them. And I keep them in a pack. I got a bunch of female wrestling action figures up here that I collect and they open it. Let me show y'all right quick. See there? There go Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan. There go another action figure, Liv Morgan. That's Tony Storm right there. That's Carmella. That's Sasha Banks when I used to be a fan of hers. I don't give two shits about her now. And there go Natalia Mandy Rose. And I got the Ninja Turtles action figure and the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger up there. So yeah. So as you see, I still got a big place in my heart for toys. So being down toy, be playing with them, I still collect them. But some of the toys I buy, I still open them up just because. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Eddie Guerrero Rey Mysterio that I showed you, I open them up. But yeah, man. Same here, my guy. Same here. Tell you. I got all when I was a kid. I got all my toys. I got a lot of my toys from Toys R Us, but my dad will always take me to Walmart and Roses and get me the Ninja Turtles. No, I'm a Ninja Turtle fanatic. I fucking love Ninja Turtles and Spider Man. I'm a Spider Man fanatic and a Superman fanatic. Spider Man is my top favorite Marvel superhero, and Superman is my top favorite DC superhero. I don't go against Spider Man and Superman for nobody in Marvel Universe or DC Universe. I don't go against Spider Man and Superman for nobody in Marvel Universe or DC Universe. And like I said, I'm a Ninja Turtle fanatic. But let's get back on wrestling topic. Let's get back on wrestling topic. So yeah, man, we gotta so Chelsea Green, they need to make Chelsea Green a better dominant champion this time. I would love for them to repackage her character, but I just gotta go with the flow. But at least make her a great heel champion. Make her a great heel champion. If I'm being honest, Gulia don't deserve a rematch for that U.S. title because then she never defended it like that. So why does she deserve a rematch? If I'm being honest, and people could say it's not her fault all they want to, but she didn't defend it like that. So why does she deserve a rematch in my book? She don't deserve a rematch. Chelsea Green just needs to move on. I know everybody talking about how Chelsea Green won dirty and all that. I don't even care. Chelsea Green just needed to win that down title from Gulia. Because Gulia title run was awful. At least when Chelsea Green was United States champion, she made it way more prestigious than what Gulia did. And they were such in a damn rush to take the title off Zelina Vega when Zelina Vega could have made that women's U.S. Championship prestigious. They didn't give her a chance to. Zelina Vega didn't even get the chance to make new fuel for the female wrestler when she was the women's United States champion. They did her dirty. They did Zelina dirty. But I'm fine with them putting the you know what I'm saying, U.S. women's strap back on Chelsea. As long as they don't book her not to defend it just like they did Gulia. I would love to earn a follow back from Chelsea Green on X and Instagram. I might one day. If I don't, like I said, I'll still support her. But so yeah, I fuck with Chelsea Green, and definitely, yeah. So you know what I'm saying. I fuck with Chelsea Green, and I'm definitely happy for her winning back the U.S. Women's Championship. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So Maxine Dupree is next to make history. Mark my words. I'm on a countdown for Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch, and she's gonna win. She's gonna win the damn thing. She's gonna win. She needs to win. Maxine Dupree is a mega underdog right now. And I see the story ending with Maxine Dupree pinning Becky Lynch clean and dethroning her for the women's IC title. Now, like I said, AJ Lee could possibly get involved. But being that AJ Lee is busy doing comic books and stuff like that, I don't see her getting involved. I see Maxine Dupree pinning Becky Lynch clean. That's what I see. Somebody said AJ Lee could return and cause Becky Lynch the match, and Maxine Dupree beats Becky Lynch for the women's IC title. I didn't knock them for saying that, but me personally, I just more so see Maxine Dupree pinning Becky Lynch clean. That's what I see. That's what I see. And I think she's going to get it done in a clean fashion against Becky Lynch, pinning her 1, 2, 3, and taking that women's IC strap off of her. And it's definitely not going to hurt Becky Lynch to lose against Maxine clean. It's not going to hurt Becky Lynch to lose against Maxine clean and lose the title to Maxine, because Becky is over. She's highly over. She's a top star. She's a top star. Grand Slam champ. She has nothing else to prove. She's won every title there is to win, including the women's IC title that she's currently holding right now. So she's the Grand Slam champion. She's the Grand Slam champion. But it's going to be a lot of pissed off people when Maxine Dupree beats Becky Lynch clean and take that women's IC strap off her. It's going to be a lot of pissed off fans when Maxine Dupree pins Becky Lynch clean, you know what I'm saying, and dethrone her for that women's IC strap. There's going to be a lot of pissed off fans. It's going to be a lot of pissed off fans when Maxine Dupree pin Becky Lynch clean and dethrones her for that women's IC strap, as she should. So Chelsea Green won back the women's United States strap. Now what's next to happen? Maxine Dupree is going to dethrone Becky Lynch for that women's IC title in with a clean pinfall, a clean pinfall. Mark my word, because Chelsea Green, Maxine Dupree, and Chelsea Green are best of friends. So that's why I see it happening. Chelsea Green done won back the Women's United States Championship. So Maxine Dupree is definitely next to win her first women's IC strap. Mark my words, Maxine Dupree is going to get it done. Chelsea Green done won back the women's Chelsea Green done won back the women's U.S. title. Maxine Dupree is next to win her first women's IC championship. There's a lot of doubts that don't think she's going to get it done. Watch how pissed off they be when she do. It's going to be a whole lot of hating going on. It's going to be a whole lot of hating. I can't wait to celebrate when because I know she's going to get it done. Because it just don't make sense for Maxine Dupree to be this, you know what I'm saying, mega underdog, and she's getting this mega push by Becky Lynch, and she don't beat Becky Lynch for the women's IC title. Her mega push against Becky would be for nothing. It would be for absolutely nothing. Her mega push would just go down the hill. It would bury her. So the right call need to be made, and that's Maxine Dupree beats Becky Lynch clean and dethrone her for the women's IC title and make history. And we go on from there. I'm telling you, if Maxine Dupree don't win, if Maxine Dupree don't dethrone Becky for that women's IC title, I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, pissed off. Because it's not right. It's not gonna be right. But I'm not even gonna think that way. I know she's gonna win. Maxine Dupree is gonna win. The Becky Lynch fans and the Becky Lynch stands are gonna be the ones that's gonna be pissed off. I'm not even gonna think like that. No, Maxine Dupree is gonna win. No, like I'm not even gonna think like that. Maxine Dupree is gonna win that women's IC title from Becky Lynch. You know what I'm saying? And the Becky Lynch fans, the Becky Lynch stands are gonna be the ones, you know what I'm saying, pissed off. So I'm happy for Chelsea Green winning back the women's U.S. title. You know, so I'm glad they went with that solution. Although, like I said, I wanted Tiffany Stratton to be the one to dethrone Giulia for the women's for the women's U.S. title, but I want them to turn Tiffany Stratton heel first. Then she go after Julia for the women's U.S. title and dethrone her for it. But they went with Chelsea Green instead, and being that Chelsea Green is one of my favorite females, so yeah, so I wanted, like I said, I wanted Tiffany Stratton to win the U.S. title. I wanted Tiffany Stratton to win the U.S. Women's title from Julia, but they turned her heel first. Like I said, she go after Julia and dethrone her for the women's U.S. title, but they went with Chelsea Green instead. And being that Chelsea Green is one of my favorite female wrestlers, just like, you know what I'm saying, Tiffany Stratton, I was totally satisfied. I'm all for it. And I'm definitely, beyond excited about Chelsea Green becoming a 2X women's U.S. champion. I'm all for it. And they need to book her to defend the title unlike they did with Julia. So with that being said, I enjoyed everybody, commenting on my video, sharing your thoughts about my videos, giving me your takes about, what took place on SmackDown tonight and other wrestling topics, whatnot. And so like I said, for the ones who subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it. Turn on my notifications where you won't miss any of my videos that I post in my short clip videos. And with that being said, hold on. If I'm being honest with you, man, you may disagree with me on this, but Heart Foundation is my top favorite tag team. I have many more that's my favorite, but I didn't go against the Heart Foundation for nobody. The Heart Foundation is my top favorite tag team, just like Bret Hart is my #1 WWF top favorite wrestler. I didn't go against Bret Hart for nobody in WWF. And just like Sting is my #1 WCW top favorite wrestler. I didn't go against Sting for nobody in WCW. Sting and Bret Hart are my top two favorite wrestlers, you know what I'm saying? I like both of them equally. Didn't go against neither one of them for nobody. So the Hart Foundation is my top favorite tag team, so. But like I said, man, I'm happy for Chelsea Green, and they need to book Chelsea Green to be a fighting champion. So with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here for the night. It's your boy Hitman D, and I'm going to sign out.